black people all of a sudden? Is there something in the water? Is there money changing hands here? What on earth could be the reason? Let's start with our friend Kanye West. For a long time, our man has been talking that talk. He's been talking all that pro-Trump, make America great again, all that, all of it. He has been down with the program, and I find it at least a little bit confusing, right? Because what's the story? What have conservatives done for Kanye West that he's so caught up? He acts like he's in love, right? Both Kim Kardashian and Kanye West went to Donald Trump's White House, for some social justice issues, for some photo ops. Did it bring the money in? I know Kanye is a church guy. Was he on that Southern Christian Leadership Council business? Was he trying to be, more of a cultural leader? But things have certainly gone left for Mr. West with his comments about the Jewish community, but he's been on he's been acting real funny style for a long time. And I think that black people, black women, and definitely black men have let it slide. I don't know, right? But then we have our friend Kodak Black talking that crazy talk. He's been on that Uncle Trump needs to be president forever. Uncle Trump should be back in office. Uncle Trump, we need to support him. On and on and on. DJ Academics posted the clips on Twitter. If you are a right winger and you are looking for some conservative hype man talk with a black face attached to it, if Kanye's not your flavor, go over to Kodak Black. But then we've got our girl Candace Owens, who sued for racial discrimination and now is making these documentaries that are anti-Black Lives Matter, that are basically of the philosophy that racism doesn't exist anymore. If it's not Kanye saying that our ancestors were voluntarily enslaved, then here's Candace Owens talking out of both sides of her black mouth, saying that racism doesn't matter, that, is it just that, black people are feeling as free to put history and racism aside and get the coins up, right? Is it just that simple? It's just a money grab? Like, we all know that we could be that strident about just being like, I don't care how much money, I don't care, let me do what. Or, and this is one I have very direct ongoing experience with, the black people or other people of color, let's be honest, Los Angeles City Council members selling out other people of color in order to be adjacent to the power structure. Some of them still won't resign. I trust that the Democratic Party is going to get it done. But, it's just laughable because there is no consistency. There is no integrity. There's just, sellouts and coons and coconuts and, bananas and Oreos and all of this. And, maybe that in the cold light of day, maybe that's the only logic there is to any of this, that you can just be like, look, I like money. The only color that matters is green. And I'm going to do whatever with whomever, that it is, there's a red line that doesn't encircle the race. There's a red line that doesn't encircle the gender. There's a red line that doesn't encircle certain kinds of crazy talk. But, when it's election year, you just feel like, wow, is this some trend? Are people trying to make this a trend to be like, we're American, race doesn't matter, Donald Trump has charisma, I want to be on that train. And listen, I see it every day among friends, at work, You know, I was speaking to someone who is of Latino descent who said that he didn't know that Donald Trump had ever said anything disparaging about people from Mexico, Central America, from, you know, what some call third world countries. He didn't know. And then on top of it, I was like, you can just Google it. If you're going to support the man, you should at least know what he said. He's like, well, who is Google, right? So the misinformation campaign has been so thorough that people will resist even using search engines to look at trusted sources of journalism. That's how deep this goes. There are a lot of people who won't even educate themselves about the comments, the non-apologies, the disdain, the offense, the demeaning the immigrant experience, demeaning women, demeaning all kinds of things except what? The almighty dollar. But, you know, when we look at Deutsche Bank, when we look at bankers who've gone pew out the window, there seems to be something to analyze. And, you know, I'm just surrounded these days by so many people who are relentlessly pro-Trump, relentlessly pro, and it's not just about being Republican. It's not even about Republican. It's about Donald Trump and the charisma and they don't even care. And the same people are so just intoxicated by the idea of toadying up to forces. It doesn't matter how many slurs, it doesn't matter how many, and I'm not talking about Donald Trump, I'm talking about in the day-to-day life of home, schools, religion, work, that there is a blindness and a disregard for how they are treated based on race, based on gender, based on a lot of things, but they don't care. They don't see it. It doesn't matter. And they want to vote and live against their own safety interests, come up laws that would make life easier for their families. And it's so, I don't know, it's like someone waved a magic wand. Am I making any sense here? But it's shocking to me because if I heard that someone I like did something or said something questionable, I'd at least want to know. They don't want to know. Their attitude is like, oh, my paycheck, oh, sports, oh, movies, oh, I'm not the ethnicity or race that I am. I'm other, or I'm my paycheck, or I'm my job. Like the way that people are like, oh, identity politics doesn't mean anything, but yet it does. But yet it does impact policy, and it does impact how people are living, allowed to immigrate, allowed to do so many things. But there's so much willful ignorance out there in the world that I get frustrated, but it's also shocking and it's kind of terrifying because people don't care. They don't want to be educated. They want to listen to the talk radio that they like. And, you know, I've talked to people who could not read American English, who were working in laborer jobs for years. When I was a casino dealer, I would hear children talking in the most glowing terms about, you know, Donald Trump, who may have sold Israel out, state secrets to countries that are not Israel. Like that level of desperation and shenanigans, but I'm not hearing the questions asked. I'm not hearing a critique that I think is long overdue. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just on YouTube. I had a short day at work. I've been playing in makeup, obviously. I got into this Ashley Strong Morphe palette real bad, and it's so nice. It's a cool tone palette, right? I got on this very pale, sorry, let me take the little condom off. It's very pale icy blue that lightened up my whole lid area, and then I went in with this green, and then I added a little bit of this pink shimmer, and it is so subtle and so pretty. The shade names are I Am Calm, I Am Focused, and I Am Unique, and I am loving this palette. I'm so sad to hear, I mean, unless it's some kind of financial move that I don't understand, that Morphe has filed for bankruptcy. So does that mean they're going out of business, or that they're just restructuring or getting sold like our friends at BH Cosmetics? I also have the Ashley Strong Morphe Alignment Cake Liner palette, and I did not try this yet because at a certain point when I'm at home, I don't want to like go crazy putting on even more makeup. In the mirror, this looks like a lot. And then on my lips, I have a liner from NYX and this Maybelline Superstay Vinyl Ink in the shade Restless, which is number 85. So pretty, such a punch bowl color. I had also gone in with a blush from this, the Lip Bar Minute Finish 4-in-1 face palette. I think this is a black-owned brand. It is the shade palette called Stay Ready. The shades are for the face, Born Ready. For the blush, Let's Go. For the highlight, Born Ready. And the contour is Moving On Up. So, you know, just, I think this is the lightest shade of this palette that I got hold of. But for me coming online and doing my ranting and opinion giving, I think that this is a pretty look. It's a kind of business-like look. These are my kind of lucite and golden, if not real gold, earrings from Target. I think it's A New Day is the brand name. And then I just have on this cotton t-shirt. It's kind of like a Henley 3/4 sleeve, or maybe a little bit longer than a regular short sleeve. We're just out here doing it, right? We're out here just trying to make our social media regular, give our opinion, invite people to join the conversation, because the election is right around the corner. What's going to happen? Is there going to be a riot, a civil war? Is it going to be voting at home? What's happening with the global panini? What's happening with all the regular fall time, winter time illnesses? We're hearing news from Austria. We're hearing news from Europe. We're seeing orders for vaccines. Still in the entertainment industry, people are smack talking about, oh, when are these, you know, protocols going out the window? Well, not until January. Oh, well, when are, you know, when is everyone going to get back to work? Probably when, you know, insurance liability is not such that it makes it better for producers to enforce panini protocols to protect working people on their productions from illness, right? You want to do what you want. There are certain shows, like I understand CSI Vegas, that do not require masks, only test once a week. I'm wondering how it's going. I mean, is it going to go fine, or is it going to be not the right thing to have done? Time will tell. But I'm comfortable with where I am and what's going on where I work. But, you know, I'm not happy with this shine on my face, right? Lights are on, subtle as they are, right? You know you've got somewhat of a decent lighting setup when between ambient light from the window and your various lights, you kind of blur shadows on the wall. So there's no harsh shadow there. You can see this shine around the center of my face. So if I grab hold of some kind of brush and kind of get into, I hope this is the brush I used for powder. Is it, or did I use something else? It's hard to tell. You know, I was in a bit of a tizzy earlier when I was doing my TikToking and, you know, kind of going live there. It's always such a confusing process to go live on TikTok because, oh, that's very nice. All these people jump on, they jump on with their kids, they jump on in different languages, and I don't know what to say or do. I'm doing my presentation. I'm talking about Halloween candy taste tests and all kinds of like makeup things, and they're, you know, at their kitchen table showing me their purple nails, which is adorable. But I'm not sure if the live is supporting a conversation and an experience that isn't just random. But this is the NYX Professional Makeup Can't Stop, Won't Stop mattifying powder in the shade Translucent. And look how nice that is. You don't really want to powder the perimeter of your face. You want that shine. You want that, you know, sort of healthy glow. You want your contour to pop on the perimeter of the face, but in the middle, you don't want shine. You don't want to look sweaty or greasy or anything like that. You want to look what? Camera ready. And this subtle eyeshadow, you know, I would not have assumed that these palettes were for me. I didn't really, at the time that they dropped, I didn't really hear anything about them. I can't find Ashley Strong on TikTok. I've seen a few videos on YouTube. So I would encourage you to go on there and look, but look at that inner corner shimmer. It's pink, but as a layer over my skin tone, right? Cool tones over my skin tone, brighten and really pop, because I am warm toned. I am yellow, kind of orange. I went in with this paler than recommended NC40 MAC Studio Fix Fluid SPF 15. You know, the person at the MAC counter in Burbank recommended that I don't go any lighter than shade 43 or 45. But again, this is what 45 looks like. And I don't know that that's what I look like, right? If I take my pinky finger and just put it right here, you can see how deep that is on my skin. Now, am I the person that has gotten into using foundation that's too pale for my face? I feel like this doesn't look way off. Whereas if I had this, which I'm just stroking in as kind of a bronzer highlighter with my finger, it's quite dark. I don't know. What do you think? If 40 might be a shade or two too light and 45 is too dark, right? This is NW, by the way. So this is more of a bronzer tone because it's warm, right? The MAC shades are opposite of what the letters are. So NW 45 is cool toned for someone who's more pink skinned. NC is the opposite. It's for warm toned people. But I think the foundation looks nice. And if I used a brush with this powder, it could be useful. But, you know, I'm still finding my way with the MAC products. Lipsticks, yes. Complexion products, still a question mark, but I'm working on it. As I say earlier, I went in with the Got To Be Styling Spiking Glue, which I've long heard is the right move to get these brows lifted, fluffy and strong. If I had no other makeup on, this would still look very, very face framing, thick, hair-like. And then I stroked in some of this LA Colors brow cream gel in the shade Soft Brown, just to give me that arch, augment the inner and the outer, extend the brow a bit so that I could lift my eyeshadow up toward it. I'm liking it. I don't know how you feel about it, but this is without either a pencil or a gel or a liquid liner, and it's without mascara. As I've mentioned, I kind of choked out, killed some of my lashes earlier this year working on someone's music video project, and I got lash extensions. Never again. Lashes suffered. We can't have that. We don't want to lose hair. We don't want to lose lashes. We don't want to lose brows. You put this stuff on your skin, you gotta wash it off, because your pores need to breathe, your follicles need to breathe, you need to feed the machine, whether you're vegan, vegetarian, or an omnivore like myself. I do like vegan food. I like vegan breakfast. very much. I'm a little about eggs. Some vegan eggs are but some vegan eggs are like, this tastes perfect. It's protein, it's plant-based, and I think that you can, for your vascular and your heart health and keeping your weight down, you can afford to do, you know, just eat a variety of things. Did I have a naughty cronut today? Yes. But I had some spectacular rotisserie chicken from a food truck in Los Angeles called The Chicken Guys. They have 3 posts on Instagram, and they are A1. Just the most spectacularly spiced, tender, fall off the bone rotisserie chicken. The entire side of the food truck is rotisserie chicken. The chicken fat dripped down onto the roast potatoes with big hunks of onion and carrot. They had an amazing salad that was fresh mezclun with pitted dates and slices of purple onion and a very bright, delicious vinaigrette. Such a spectacular food truck. So substantial. You know, I feel like the days of having junky trucks that are just like cake and cookies and starch and grilled cheese, they're fun, but you know, you can't beat, as the Thanksgiving season rolls around, you cannot beat a well-prepared meal for working people, grown adults. You know, protein salad, vegetables. They had a fantastic lentil with spinach on top of real basmati rice, not that parboiled garbage, not, you know, rice that comes pre-cooked or has all kinds of GMOs and chemicals in it. It was real basmati. And you, my friends in Pakistan and India and Bangladesh and that part of the world, you can tell the difference. A real basmati rice is flavorful and special, and this food was A1. Oh my goodness, I can't tell you how good it was. You know, you gotta stay strong, right? The global panini, the flu season, something else, HSV1, 2, I don't know, whatever the new name is for, I can't remember what the new name is for monkeypox, forgive me, but it has a less offensive name, but I haven't heard what it is. A couple of people may have unfortunately passed away from it in New York, also in India, also in other parts of the world. So we got to keep our eyes on it. We got to rest. We got to eat right. We have to think about public safety in these very tender times that we are heading into as the country of the United States of America. We have to be considerate of our friends and neighbors who, they're welcome to their opinions, but I don't celebrate people being willfully misinformed. Tell me your opinion after you watch this Donald Trump say the things that he said. You can tell me that Google is suspect. You can talk all this nonsense, but watch the man, listen to the man, listen to all of his commentary and words about your kind, whether you're women, Latinos, blacks, etc. And please explain to me how you can come out and say with your chest that you support this kind of hateful language, how you can want to erase your heritage, your gender, your experience as a human being in favor of this grasping grifter and his family. I don't get it. Please feel free to argue with me. I'm on TikTok, House of Tanya 2. I'm on Instagram, House of Tanya. I can go live, talk to you live. You come on my live. Let me know what you think, because some of these people are, they're just not doing the work. As an adult, you have to ingest all kinds of information, even the information you don't want to know, right? It's a painful thing, but you got to do it, right? That's grown-up times, not just letting other people decide and control your mind and make you fearful of reading and watching. You don't even have to read. Just watch the videos of Donald Trump saying all this stuff. Kodak Black, Kanye West, Candace Owens, Kari Lake, all of these conservative Christian or Christian adjacent Black people, right? I don't like it. Are you playing with full information? Are you playing with a full deck? Or is something else going on? Are you so financially on the ropes you'll do anything for money, investment opportunities, to avoid indictment? Do you need a pardon? What's going on? Are you a sellout? Are you, I don't know. Argue with me. Tell me I'm wrong. You know, is it just about winning your election, or, you know, winning your seat at the table at the expense of other people? I mean, those of us who've worked in corporate life, we are very familiar with the, forgive me, Negroes who want to be the only one. And they don't want to see you coming. They don't want to see you be another person of color, of talent. They do not want to see you succeed. Sometimes it's your own kind. Sometimes it's other diverse people. Sometimes people are fronting about having some diverse identity that they really don't. You know, how many people want to say, oh, you're this complexion, you're not Black. Oh, you're this complexion, you're not Indigenous. Oh, you are, you know, presenting this way, so you couldn't possibly be LGBT. But we also know very strong examples of people who are not Black, Mindy Kaling's brother, and pretend to get certain, you know, academic opportunities. We also know, you know, the Rachel Dolezals and other people who ironically have done the advocacy work for the Black community, but are not in fact Black. We know actual Black people, actual people of color who are these things, but then want to erase that so that they can be a pseudo not person of color. You know, personal choice is fine, but lying and lying to yourself and misrepresenting facts, hiding from facts, it's a little suspect. It's a little, feels like, you know, fascism could be on the march. It definitely feels like willful ignorance and denial. So, I think I just got details for work, so I have to hop off live. But thank you for joining me. Thank you for looking at my makeup look, my contour, my, you know, eyeshadow, my fluffy brows, my jewelry look. I'll try to come on again live, but feel free to respond to me on all my different platforms, TikTok, Instagram. I'm on Facebook real heavy. Definitely here on YouTube, and I look forward to your opinions. You know, this is a little kind of like woman focused, woman of color focused, social commentary and political series that I like to call Sister Says, kind of in honor of some feminist, womanist advocacy work and nonprofit health and wellness work I did when I was in college. It was sort of the legacy of that work, and I will, you know, be available on all my platforms to respond to your opinions, your hate, your challenges, your, you know, intellectual questions. But, you know, Black people are a very conservative, church-oriented people. But there's also a reality of people being actually LGBT, actually being, you know, practitioners of infidelity. Herschel Walker is the poster boy for a lot of say one thing, do another, in my humble opinion. Donald Trump as well, say one thing, definitely do another on the immigration issue, on the sexual violence allegedly issue, financially, what, you know, Russia, all different despots from around the world. This is supposed to be America first, not Russia first. America first, not, you know, anything goes, you know, Trump crime family, allegedly. But boy, sisters around the nation are getting the indictments, Merrick Garland too, getting it done. We love to see it. If there's nothing there, prove it. You've got lawyers, you've got money. let's go. Let's finish this up and figure out whether there's fire where there's smoke. Okay? That includes the people I work with who are worshiping Donald Trump like he is, you know, more than he is. In any case, gotta hop. I will see you soon. Sister says, House of Tanya. Next time. Bye.